Well, George MacDonald is one universalist thinker in history that I think people should pay a lot more attention to. He was a fellow Scotsman. He lived in the 19th century. He was an author, a poet, and a congregational minister. Although he's relatively little known these days, he was an important influence on several major Christian authors. C.S. Lewis actually called MacDonald his master. He was also an influence on J.R.R. Tolkien, of the Lord of the Rings series, and G.K. Chesterton. Secular authors too, from Mark Twain to Aldous Huxley, have cited MacDonald as important literary influences. It's funny because he seems to be at the root of so many big names, but is largely unknown himself. Insofar as he is known, it's for his fantasy novels rather than his theology. But it was his theology that influenced me. The Hope of the Gospel, one of his works, was one of the first Universalist books that I read. I've since read many of his unspoken sermons. These are freely available online, and I recommend if you just Google George MacDonald unspoken sermons, you'll find them easily enough. I think that MacDonald makes a deeply moving, thoughtful, and articulate case for the universalist hope, and it's all the more remarkable, I think, that he adopted these views amidst the very kind of harsh and unforgiving climate of Victorian era Calvinist Scotland. So yeah, I would say definitely he should be better known. His works are essential reading for anyone who's interested in exploring Christian universalism.